Hi Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 1st, 2022 new moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. Be warned, there will be a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Now, as I was doing the singing bowl, it's very interesting. There was a lot of nervous energy around, this moon, this time. This moon is in Aries. We have that right here, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So it's going to be very much impactful to us. It's going to affect us quite intensely, more intensely than we realize. And there's this nervous energy, but as soon as the singing bowl started to play, that there was just a sense of calm. And looking into the scrying bowl while I was playing the singing bowl, musical notes just kept coming up. So there's a sense of music being very soothing, very grounding during this time. So acknowledging that and embracing that is going to be very important. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have the Six of Swords, the Strength card, the Five of Swords, the King of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. There's a lot going on here. There's a severe sense of strength and determination and focus and insight, but there's also a sense of knowledge moving us forward, moving us towards more. And there's going to be a gift that comes in. We're working really hard and we're putting all our heart into something. So will we see that gift as, quickly as it comes? We have it here with the Ace of Swords. We might not. This is a gift of reason, of insight. This is a gift of knowledge that comes in. We're cutting through a lot of the things that have held us back before. And, Spirit is saying, talk about the astrology for just a moment before we even dive even deeper into these cards. So what we have here is the new moon in Aries. And this says it's time to take action. And it is. But we have to be very mindful of this action. Because Aries is near Mercury and Chiron. It means that our speech during this time, and everybody's speech, can be quite aggressive. Also, we'll have a tendency to fight against healing past wounds. Things are going to come up from the past, all right? And there's a victory around them, but we're going to have a sense of, I can't, delve into this. I can't deal with this right now. I'll look at it later. Mars is in Aquarius. Aquarius is calmer, more about our dreams and our desires. Mars is the warrior planet, right? It's also the planet that represents us. We have to be mindful of fighting towards our dreams or fighting against our dreams. This can be a time where we'll go both ways and we'll see ourselves going both ways, within moments of each other. This is because Saturn is going to be in conjunction with Mars. This is on the 5th of April. But what happens here is with Saturn being in conjunction with Mars, there's a sense of our warrior spirit and reason coming together. This will either make us astoundingly, proactive, astoundingly resourceful and progressive. There we go. And just determined to get to where it is that we want to be. Excuse me. And see things more openly. This can also make it so that we're going gung-ho, and then all of a sudden we just stop. We just step away. There's a sense of the reason and the passion not matching up. Now, Saturn and Mars are going to be in discard with the lunar nodes. The lunar nodes, North Lunar Node, remember it's called the head of the dragon. The South Lunar Node is called the tail of the dragon. We're going to be in discord with what we're seeing right now and what balances us. So that can make things very uncomfortable. Also, our subconscious and our conscious are going to be not talking to each other. It's like we need to sit and either journal or just talk to ourselves or just sit in meditation and be able to have ourselves coming together. Now, we're also going to be in discord with Uranus. Uranus brings intensity to our passion and also makes us a little bit nervous. So here we have a nervous, passionate energy that comes together with Mars that is aggressive and reactive and impulsive. And so this makes us astoundingly reactionary. Tempers can rise. And what's happening here is that we're facing something that we've been in battle with before. And we can have a tendency during this time to look at strength as, let me show you, let me dominate this situation. Let me be the dominant one here. And what Spirit is really saying quite clearly, Aries, is that your strength will shine through. It's going to be a miscommunication or a sense of I'm not being seen that makes us think that it's not. So we have to just be very aware of this during this time. We are victors and we are stronger than we ever imagined, and we're going to lose sight of that. So it's going to be very important to keep ourselves, to keep reminding ourselves that I am stronger than I thought I was. I am more powerful than I realize. And it brings us to a place of taking our knowledge, taking what we desire, and moving forward with it, of really getting us to the next level. And as we're doing this, as we're embracing this sense of I am moving forward, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, hands us a gift of knowledge, hands us a gift of insight and ideas. And all of a sudden, we start to see things and understand things so much more clearly than before. The King of Cups comes into play. There's going to be somebody here during this time who's a bit more emotional than we are. We're going to be more rational or want to really look at the logic and the grounding of it all or the purpose of it all, right? How does everything line up together? How does everything match up? This person is going to be more emotionally driven, and that's who they are. If you took that away from them, you'd take away so much of their glory, so much of what they bring to the table. So this is going to be a time where we need to honor that, even though we're going to get frustrated with them. There's also a sense of, I'm putting so much passion into what I do. Why don't people see it? So this is going to be a time where we can get overwhelmed, but we're also working so hard. We're dedicating so much time. We're putting the time, the energy, the effort in, and we need to acknowledge that within ourselves because that's a powerful game changer. There is a sense here that as we're moving forward, okay, we have the repeat of the number 8. We can take things a little bit too seriously. Saturn comes in very strongly here. Saturn is very serious. And so when we take things too seriously, it takes the joy, it takes the passion out of it. And all of a sudden we can find ourselves not connecting the way that we want to, not embracing why we're here. It moves us then to go deeper into the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have the 4 of water, the messenger of fire, and the 3 of air. So the 4 of cups has a gift coming in that we're not seeing right now. I mean, our attention is really focused on something else. We're looking at things in a different way, in a different light. It can be that somebody looks at something, we look at it. We're going to be able to define what we see in such contrasting ways that people are going to think, did you even look at the same, situation or picture or whatever? And so here, it's a need to step back. And there's also a sense of something here, and it's the number 3 coming up. Because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, right, we're looking at the 3 cups that are, did I just do? No. Yeah, we're looking at the 3 cups. We don't see the 4th cup that's coming in. And so Spirit says here, and it's almost like change your mind, change your life. And that's where, okay, acknowledging that the 5 of cups has come in and there's just an energy here. And that's just visually, Spirit showed me the 5 of cups. That there is a sense of, I need to change what I'm looking at because there is such a gift coming forward. And that's where we start to acknowledge the gift of the Four of Cups, but also the fact that we hold that cup. There is somebody there, and it's that emotional connection. It's that person who leads with their heart that is really going to help us to stand in our own power. It'll be so easy during this time to get, just overwhelmed with everybody's everything, just to take on everybody's emotions or feel like I have to fight everything or to take everything just to the next level a little bit too seriously. And what Spirit is saying here, enough is really enough. Look at the blessings that we have, change what it is that we're seeing. The Three of Swords is our heartbreak and pain and disappointment. Emotionally, that's going to be the place that we go to. We're going to think, oh, well, that person's making fun of me, or, oh, that person is, being more caustic than they need to be. And it's coming from a place of pain. And this is bringing up pain because what Spirit is saying is that during this time, we can heal so profoundly and we can fight for where we truly want to be and what's absolutely important to us with such finesse, with such beauty that it'll take us to the next level. We just have to acknowledge that we're there, that is the energy that we need to embrace, and that we are opening up the doors. It moves us then to the Messenger of Fire. And the Messenger of Fire is us. It's the Knight of Wands. And so then we're represented by the wands in the Minor Arcana. We're going to find that this is a time where we're taking our passion, we're taking what we desire, we're taking what we need, and we're using it to defend where we stand, defend how we move forward. That defensive mentality is going to be something that comes very naturally to us during this time. I need to make this happen. I need to be active in this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It brings us to the Eight of Pentacles, and it's like this can become all-consuming. If you want it to be all-consuming, great. If you don't, if you're like, I want my life, I want to be able to enjoy things, then be mindful of this because this is the energy that's around us right now. Now let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. The star. The star is our wishes. The star is what we desire. There's a real sense of if I just push hard enough. Now, the star also represents Aquarius energy. We have that little faint moon right there in the corner. So very much like, echoing of, coming out of a new moon. We're going to be looking at what we dream of. As we're coming out of the new moon, of course, we have, Mars in conjunction with Saturn. And this makes things more difficult. It makes us want reason and passion to come together just seamlessly and beautifully. And they don't always work that way. Mars is also in Aquarius, which makes Mars very prone to dreaming, very prone to looking at what we desire. Because we're ruled by Mars, this part of our personality is going to come out more and more. And there's a real sense of, be mindful of your dreams not being turned against you. Be mindful of your dreams not becoming all-consuming, all, encompassing. It's going to be very easy for them to take on that energy of this is all I can think about. This is all I want. This is all I need. And Spirit's saying, no. You need so much more than this. You need to ground yourself and look at yourself and see the way that you want to progress forward in your passion and in your power. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And this is creativity, the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is where our creative energy and sensual energy is held. This can be a time where if we tap into our sacral chakra and really embrace it, we can create and we can, birth forward tremendously beautiful ideas, tremendously beautiful pieces of art, literature, music. I mean, it's just a sense of being able to create. You can also find that you go out into the garden or, go on a walk and find this new and exciting path, or, you're planting plants in such a way where it's bringing more beauty, it's bringing more nourishment into things. And it's just exciting. But also, the sacral chakra is where a lot of our negative energy from this life and past lives are held. If we do not, kind of take reins of what we are creating, it will create chaos with us. We'll see ourselves in the midst of a battle that we have fought before, and we might not understand, why we are reacting so prominently, so strongly to it, because it might not be something that we've been through in this life. It could have been something from a past life that is just a sense of, are you sure? Are you sure you're going to be successful? Are you sure you're going to be able to walk out of this? Because once upon a time, I didn't. Once upon a time, it was devastating. And so to acknowledge that energy is around us takes tremendous strength, tremendous understanding. And that's what we're stepping into during this time. The fact that we are so strong, that the energy is so powerful around us, we might not know how to handle it. We might find it to be overwhelming. So let's look at our goddess oracle cards. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have the game changer. I love that for this time because it is such a game-changing time for us. And it says, how confident you feel about magic and change, especially your ability to magically change yourself and your situation is crucial. What we're bringing to this time, what we're bringing to ourselves, what we're being able to master and understand, that is the game changer of this time. That is the energy that we're stepping forward in is everything. And we can find that it makes us a little bit more reactionary. Like if we're coming in with energy that is already run down or, cranky or, tired, overwhelmed, it's going to bring that. We're going to see that manifesting itself in so many different ways within our lives. If we come in with energy of strong and confident, that will also manifest itself within our lives. And we just have to be mindful about that. We have to be quite aware. It moves us then to our lunar message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides. These two, okay. So we start here with the void, of course. Then we have, okay, let's just lay these out. Yeah, strong Sagittarius energy. And it's a new moon energy too. It's bringing change. So the Sagittarius energy that we're a part of during this time, it brings a lot of change. It brings a lot of new ideas and new, understandings. And here it says, luck is on your side. We're going to feel very lucky, but how we're utilizing, how we're taking aim, how we're incorporating that luck into our lives, that's going to be something that is up to us, because nothing will come of the situation. The void, of course, is a tricky thing. It really is. So we'll have this idea, we'll have this plan in our head, or we'll, kind of write everything out. This is how it's going to be. Void of courses come in, and you can look up the void of course for April. And there are certain time periods where just things don't go as planned at all. It almost seems like everything can go wrong in those times. So being aware of that can be important, but also knowing that nothing is set in stone. Nothing has to go according to plan. And that where things can kind of go a little, pear-shaped, they will. And being aware of that and not getting angry because of it and not getting overly frustrated and not having it drain our energy, that's going to be really important. Then we have here the disseminating moon, and it says take time to breathe out. And that's going to be really important, because this is going to be a time for us where we can feel like the only thing I'm doing is trying to hold on. The only thing I'm doing is reacting and, problem solving and mess cleaning up and everything like that. And Spirit saying, take time to breathe out. Take time to be present within your body. The moon is really telling us that this is important, because your dreams need a practical plan. They do. There needs to be a practicality to what we're going after during this time. And as our dreams need this practical plan, especially as we're this warrior, especially as we're embracing our fierceness, but also with the crown of candles on her head, there's an illumination coming within our mind, which arcs to, the Ace of Swords, arcs to this knowledge, this deeper understanding that's coming in, this cutting through of doubts and of fears. But also it's a sense of a mastery, right? Because swords took time to master. You just can't pick up a sword and know how to use it without ever being trained. So there's a sense of it's all taking time, and that's what we've worked so hard for. So our dreams need a practical plan, but we also need to know when the planning is done. When have we planned enough, and when can those dreams start coming forward? It brings us then to the full moon in Cancer, and this says a personal issue reaches resolution. And it's that conflict that is coming up during this time. It's the fact that Aries is near Mercury and Chiron. There's a miscommunication within the healing that we need to do, within the wounds that we've been carrying for quite some time. And this is a time where we find ourselves armed, equipped, to reach that resolution, to find that voice, to embrace that passion, that power, that insight, those ideas. It brings us then to go deeper into what the moon is telling us. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Beauty and pleasure. There is going to be such beauty, such pleasure, such strength, such understanding, such connection with our emotions, okay? As we kind of step back and let this energy move through us. There is this sense, I love how you can see it's almost like the cosmos is moving around her, right? There is that sense of this energy is moving around me. How do I acknowledge it? How do I embrace it? That's why music is going to be so important. That's why we're shown music, because it's going to ground us. Also doing a grounding during this new moon, during this time, to say I am in this presence, I am in this moment, is going to be a game changer for us, because it's going to help us to embrace what we need, to see what we desire. But there's also beauty in such unexpected places, in such unexpected ways that it comes forward. And so we're going to be looking, and it leads us, to that place with the Four of Cups, where we're looking in one direction and we're kind of uninspired. We're also busy, moving in this direction. And Spirit's saying, no. There's a gift that's coming in. There's a gift that's coming in. There's a knock. Yeah, Spirit is I'm hearing a knock on the door. Nobody's knocking on the door here. And yet it's like, will you take this opportunity? Will you walk through? And it's so funny, because there's almost going to be a sense of, when you walk by a door, it's going to be like, will you take this opportunity? Will you open the door? And you might find yourself saying yes, or like opening the door to check if you have a package or something like that, where it's like, oh, I thought there was going to be something there. And yet Spirit is saying, oh no, I'm here, let me in. It's very much like, it's very much like opportunity is knocking, it's very funny. It's very beautiful. So let's see subconsciously what the moon has to say for herself. We have the unexpected and surrender to the divine. Now this is the full moon, right? So the energy here is saying the unexpected comes when we surrender to the divine. Now the full moon is on the 16th of April. There we go. Of April. So there's a sense of unexpected energy coming forward as we move towards this new moon. And there's also a sense of an unexpected path opening up to us, an unexpected way that we're kind of putting things together during this time, being inspired. But there's also a sense here of, we're going to think, I have to react. And Spirit is saying, calm it down and center yourself. Because while everybody else is being reactionary, when you take in all this energy, Aries, and you sit in it for a moment, and you ground yourself in it, and then you act, oh my gosh, is everybody going to listen to you? I mean, seriously, it's going to be breathtaking. It moves us to our subconscious energy that we need to be mindful of. And that is the lady. Here it is, this is the Empress. There is a sense here of, be mindful of the mother, that comes forward. Very interesting. There's almost a sense of, but I was told I was supposed to do this. I was told it was supposed to be this way. This is somebody in authority. It doesn't necessarily have to be a mother. It could be a boss, or it could be a mother. It could be a mother-in-law. It could be, somebody who's becoming a mother, and maybe they're just a little bit hard to deal with this time, because, their emotions are really running high. It's just being mindful of this. And during this time where our emotions are running so high, and because also we're represented by the Emperor in the major arcana, when we have the Empress comes in, it's like, okay, this is my person, right? This is where I'm supposed to connect. But if this person is being unreasonable, or is like their energy is just, kind of not jiving with our energy, or being very kind of combative with our own energy, there's a sense of, what am I doing wrong? Or how can I fix this? Or, what needs to be done? And Spirit is just saying, be very mindful of this, because this person can just be being unreasonable. And there's nothing we can do to fix it. It's just going to have to be acknowledged, and we're going to have to kind of move forward from there. Or at least not let their words have such a profound impact on us. It moves us then to rebirth. This is the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. And so subconsciously, we are being told that we are reborn. Subconsciously, we are being shown that there is so much more here. There's a sense of flying into our own power, embracing our own understanding, moving towards something greater. It moves us then to our subconscious Goddess Oracle message, and it's dawn. I love that. So here it is, the dawn. And it says, do not discourage if things look dark and hopeless. The sun rises each day, revealing new possibilities and renewed hope. So we have to not get so hopeless, not so hard on ourselves, not so overly intense. So just be mindful of that. There's a new dawn. There's always another day. And it doesn't mean that we perpetually procrastinate, but it does mean that we let up on ourselves more. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the star. So many of our dreams are coming forward. So much of what we want, it almost seems to be threatened. It's like, if I can't do it now, then I can never do it. And Spirit's saying that's not the case. That's not the case. Look at your dreams. Look at what you desire. Embrace a calm, meditative kind of energy when it comes to the things that we want to create and want to move forward in. Because we're going to find that everybody else around us, Aries, they can be crazy during this time. This is a passionate, intense time. So grounding us, grounding our energy, grounding our understanding, that's going to be a big thing. And moving towards our dreams and not letting the fear that our dreams might slip away or that somebody might get there before us take over, that's going to be really important. And it moves us then to the Five of Air, the Five of Swords. Again, we have the Five of Swords. Come forward consciously, subconsciously. And remember, this is a time where our conscious and our subconscious, they're not always friends with each other. So here, they're telling us the same thing. They're telling us that we're going to be facing a battle we've faced before, either in this life or in past life. We're equipped and we're strong. But subconsciously, we feel like we're walking on this tightrope. We feel like, if I fall, so much is at stake. So much is intense and overpowering here. And so the Five of Swords comes in and says, you are a victor. If only you believe in yourself and you believe that you have the right to be victorious. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy. And as always, there will be a loud sound before the meditation. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries, and may you have a blessed moon.